Hi, it's Michael Hutch. I'm here for you in Puerto Rico. I trust you feel good because you sure look good. I am excited to share some real value and help you make 2025 the most fantastic year of your life yet. We are lucky to be celebrating 9 years together since we launched inCruises. We live a rich life and have much to be grateful for. Thank you for being an authentic leader, what I call a love-centered leader. I am proud of you. Thank you for improving vacation memories and adding value to many families. Thank you for providing meaningful work and generous compensation to your partner leaders. Thank you for giving back and joining the 2015 Club or Founders Giving Society. Thank you for doing what's right and keeping your promises. While good things continue to come your way, most people, unfortunately, live in crisis. There's so much volatility and uncertainty in the world right now, especially in my country. There are a lot of lonely people. It'll be frightening for people to play the victim in the year ahead. And for those leaders and people who have written down your plans, who are clear on your season in life and deliverables, who are working on the daily habits that will make you stronger and more creative, more productive, more prosperous, more healthy, more loving, what's coming will be fantastic and absolutely extraordinary. So let's jump right in with 3 reminders I want you to think about and then act on. So as you start the year strong, the first reminder is clarity about your priorities. Clarity is power. As my friend Tony Robbins would say, clarity precedes mastery. Another way to look at it is that vague plans lead to unclear goals. Vague goals lead to vague or no results. I'm not judging, I'm just reporting what I've seen over the last 9 years. Perhaps a few of your teammates, unfortunately, spend more time scrolling through social media feeds than planning out the year ahead. So reminder number 1 is capturing life's magical moments. Have you done your year in review? Have you reflected to see how far you've come? These PDFs are available in your back office. I encourage you to create a yearly ritual to celebrate the highlights, achievements, magical moments, lessons, and commitments with your team and family. Use tools like calendars, photos, slideshows, and journaling to remember the beauty and growth each year brings. For example, I share my calendar notes with my family. Again, I'm not telling you what you must do. I share what I do. By the way, I love these picture big book gifts from our leaders and teams. Please make your plan, do, review ritual a keystone habit. Reminder number 2 is about life seasons. My mentor, Jim Rohn, wrote a book called The Seasons of Life. That was a game changer for me. When you read his book, he divides life into 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Each has unique opportunities and challenges. Springtime is when you're age 0 to 21. This is your time for learning and growth. This is when you are being shaped. Summertime is age 22 to 42. This is your time for testing, when you work hard and learn through trials and errors. This is the most challenging season. I saw a quote the other day on Instagram and I took a screenshot. It read, "The first 5 years in business aren't where you get rich, they're where you get good." Fall is when you're 43 to 63 if you planted the right seeds. This is when you reap the rewards. You're sharper, more skilled, and making a more significant impact with less effort. You are reaping the rewards because you are leveraging leadership and duplication. This is where I'm at in my life. Winter is the season of wisdom, when you're 64 and over and experiencing preciousness, service, and legacy. So what's your season? Where are you? If you're in the summer of your life, you might feel the excitement and the tension of pushing through your first big goals. That energy is exhilarating. Many people see summer and fall as the peak seasons of life, but winter offers something entirely different, a perspective rich with wisdom and depth. Recognizing your season helps you prepare for challenges and embrace opportunities. As I step into this new season of my life, I'm more fulfilled, and happier than ever before. Why? Because I have love in my heart and soul for you, and I'm here to help and give back. The amount of joy I experience watching your teams and my family learn and grow makes my heart burst. This is the season of knowing who you are and standing in your truth. What might have previously taken me months of stress and effort, I can now do with minimal effort. Idea number 3, now that you've done your year in review and you know your life season, let's focus on the new year and new momentum as we move towards our 10th anniversary. 10 years, wow! Now's the time to use the power of the new year to refresh your focus, set new goals, and build momentum. What are your big 5? The 5 most important goals that you must get done this year for this to be your most incredible year yet. Before you write them down, please commit to what matters most: your character, who you want to become, your personal growth, your skills and competence, your meaningful relationships, achievements, and finally, your contributions. These aligned ambitions drive purpose and fulfillment beyond material achievements. Make sure you surround yourself with a community of love-centered leaders who uplift, challenge, and inspire you to reach a higher potential. These leaders will push you to grow and hold you accountable for your goals. As you move through the new year, I want you to be a minimalist versus a maximalist. One of the most brilliant things you can do is decomplexify and declutter your life. When you look at top leaders, they have one thing in common. They do one thing really, really well. You don't need to be really good at 1,000 things. No, you want to be world-class at 2 things. Getting in front of new people who want to travel, see the world, make an impact, and telling your story by showing others your videos. You want to meet them on and offline. You want to build trust and rapport better than anyone else. For example, rather than having 100 or 1,000 friends digitally, deepen your relationships with 5 to 10 great leaders who share your values. I would also encourage you in your personal life, rather than reading 25 books this year or listening to 25 podcasts, to master 1 or 2 books, like my book, Let's Go. Of your big 5, what is your one game-changing opportunity? Stop the video right now and circle what's the one thing that if you were to accomplish would make everything else easier and doable. What can you do every single day that your team will duplicate? What are the small wins? Here's what I mean by small wins. Small, daily, seemingly insignificant improvements lead to stunning results when done consistently over time. It's not what you do once a year that will be important. It's what you do daily and your team duplicates. The micro wins. I've been teaching this idea for the past 9 years. Small, daily improvements lead to stunning results when done consistently over time. Don't worry about the big win. Focus on the tiny triumph that leads your team to say, I can do this. I will do this. Because those tiny triumphs, when done with consistency and persistence, lead to breakthrough results. This brings me to one of my favorite words, duplication. Repetition at inCruises is the mother of mastery. Once more, repetition at inCruises is the mother of mastery. What you do each day and your team duplicates versus what you do once in a while or what your team does once in a while will make the biggest difference. Most important, what does your team duplicate? Start small. Be consistent with a little commitment, a little behavior, and a little habit. Stay in touch with your network and team. Reach out to people and ask, who do we know who loves to travel? And how can I help? Do it over and over and over again until you get that done. And your team does the same. It becomes automatic and it becomes easy because everything that you now find easy, you once found challenging. And I want you to think about that. Everything you now find easy, you once found challenging. So the path of progress and growth means you're going to stumble. You're going to stumble. You'll make mistakes. You'll get up though. It's like a child walking or riding a bike. It's not easy until it becomes easy. Same with duplication. As you start the new year, I hope and pray and I wish for you to take the time not to look for quick fixes and easy rewards, but you roll up your sleeves and you exercise your honor as a love-centered leader. You start to enjoy each day and the process of building yourself into your most fabulous you. As a love-centered leader, you duplicate yourself through your team. And please look for rewards, as good things will continue to come your way. That's right, you must cultivate a strong belief in positive outcomes. And it's super important as well to celebrate the micro wins. If you make a new connection or attract a new partner leader to your team, go get a gelato or have a piece of chocolate. If you've become membership free or help someone become a new team leader, treat yourself to an indoors excursion. It's super important to send a message to your conscious and subconscious mind by rewarding yourself for achievements. And the last idea I want to offer you is that love-centered leadership is about doing what's right and keeping your promises. We live in a world where I believe too many good people make promises to others that they do not honor. Maybe to their family, maybe it's a member, perhaps it's a partner teammate. And what makes a love-centered leader is when you keep your word. And when you promise something, maybe it's your best friend, and you say, okay, I'll meet you next week and I'll call you, we'll go out and catch up. You do it. And the more you follow through on your promises, the more people trust you. You gain powerful credibility. Your behavior is something you want to be duplicated in your team. You stand out in this world of broken promises. The more you follow through on your promises, the more you build incredible will and self-respect, because promises you make to others are even more important than promises you make to yourself. Be one of those rare people who every time you promise to yourself to get up an extra hour earlier, go for a walk, turn off the TV in the evening and read a book for an hour. You could promise to eat better quality food. You could promise to be in bed by 9:30 every night, because not much gets done after 9:30 or 10 o'clock. That's often when people eat the worst food. They watch the worst TV shows or waste their time on social media. And yes, early to bed and early to rise makes a love-centered leader healthy, wealthy, and wise. Please keep the promises you make to yourself. Okay, here's a quick recap. Number one, make sure you and your team finish your year in review now. That's an order. Do not wait. Number two, know your season in life. Number three, post your big five. And one final thing, do what you say. Pinky promise? Okay, thank you for sharing this video with your team. We are a team of destiny, and we have tremendous love in our community. So let's multiply that love with everyone you know who is not in our club yet. I believe in you. Stay strong. I wish you abundant blessings and an incredible year of growth, love, and joy.